Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. In my lap, I have a silly hamster, and I call her an especially silly hamster. Excuse me. Drank some carbonated beverage just before I started recording. She was sleeping in her mason jar, made a home out of her mason jar, and so she slept in there, and then she moved out of her mason jar and made a big nest in a different corner. And then so she's been sleeping in there. Just now, before I turned on the webcam, I looked down in her cage. She's moved into a different corner, but she didn't even make a nest out of it. She was just sleeping on top of everything out in the open in the corner. So I reached in and woke her up. It startled her, but I don't know why she decided to go sleeping in the corner with no bedding or anything. How odd. But she is a sweetheart. I absolutely love her to pieces. I'm going to put her back into her cage so she can go back to sleep. There we go, little one. Sorry to have bothered you. Oh boy. Yesterday was bad. As in, not good. Combination of sleep, well, lack of sleep, of course, but I had a huge emotional crisis and near emotional breakdown. I was almost on the phone to my therapist. It was bad. It was really, really bad. One of the things that I've got is because of my body, my nerve damage, my injuries, my fibro and all that, it's hard for me to clean up. And so, as I've mentioned, things get sloppy. I tidy, they get sloppy. I tidy, they get sloppy. It goes on like that. There's been a slow decline. The floor in here has slowly been covered with more and more hamster bedding. And then there was just more and more mess until yesterday. It reached a point that I was literally shaking and almost in tears, just almost breaking down entirely. I had to keep trying to talk myself down because as bad as things are, they're nowhere near as bad as they had ever gotten back when I was an active alcoholic, because I had no floor. It was all garbage. Here, there was like the box behind me that was filled with stuff that I had to find a place for, but there was just the hamster bedding, so big difference between it. But I was flipping out. It was bad. So, I managed to get everything moved and tidied, and literally, I emptied out the room. I vacuumed the hallway. I've got to move more things around in my bedroom, of course. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I've got to get rid of a ton of stuff. It's stuff. I mean, literally stuff I'm not even using. It's just sitting there in boxes and storage. So if I'm not going to use it, if it's not going to be a part of my life, then I don't really need it, do I? And eventually, I'm going to have lived longer after the death of my wife than the time I spent married to my wife. So memories are nice, but so it was a very, very bad day yesterday. Physically horrible, because with my fibromyalgia, one of the things that happens is when I start doing things, because I was cleaning up in here, picking stuff up, putting trash away, trying to figure out what to put in a box and put away, and what to keep out, and where to put things, and just getting things cleaned up. When that happens, I feel like I'm sick. It feels like I have a fever. My skin hurts like I've got a virus. My muscles ache like I have a virus. My eyes hurt. I get a headachy feeling. My ears ring. It's just generally a feeling like I'm really, really sick and I'm doing things because I'm really, really sick and I'm doing things. Fibromyalgia is a horrible thing. So on top of everything else, I was experiencing that. But, as stated, I've got everything tidied up. I still have 1.5 million plastic bottles. What are you? She was just inside of a box, and then just scrabbling her little claws on the bottom of the box. Silly little goose. She wasn't even trapped. She was just scraping her claws. But let's see, I can't even remember where I was. But I had moved things, tidied things, got stuff done, and so it's still a mess. I've got stuff that needs to have places found, but it's a clean mess, and that it's not a ton of stuff anymore, and it just needs a place to be. It's not garbage or hamster bedding and I still got stuff over here in the corners, you can see, that has to go out. So thumbs up for that. But one of the things I also did is I took my computer apart again, blew out all the dust, and hokey smokes, my radiator for my water cooler was choked with dust. Hokey smokes. I'm glad I finally did it. I should have done it before. I need to blow the dust out like every 3 months maximum. But I let it go longer. Shouldn't have, but it still was doing okay. But I got all the dust out of it, and so it should be running a lot cooler now for a time, and that's a very good thing. And of course, last night I didn't go walkies because I was so broken from cleaning up and blowing the dust out of this and getting things moved around that I was just broken. In fact, it was probably 11:30 when I went to bed, if even that late. Because once again, I can't sit in my chair and do things when my legs are feeling restless leggy, because sitting in a chair is an intolerable feeling. And I couldn't go walkies because I hurt so much, so I went to bed. That didn't really work at first, restless leg feelings, but I put my pedal thing by the side of the bed, leaned back, put a pillow underneath my neck, and just pedaled a couple hundred times, and while just being unhappy about it. But after a couple hundred pedals, I was able to lie back down, and so I went to sleep. And then 2 hours later, boom, awake. And this is with me taking melatonin tablets. I'll still slap awake. And so I spent the next from 2 o'clock until 6 o'clock turning and trying to get comfortable, not wanting to get up, because at least I'm lying in bed, if not sleeping. I had my alarm set for 6:30 so I could get up and take a shower, so I fell asleep at 6 o'clock. Just in time for my alarm to go off. Yay. So my batteries have charged up to like 30%. I've showered, so I've got maybe 20% charge left on my rechargeable batteries. My legs hurt like hell. My entire body aches. I'm not getting restful sleep. I don't know the last time I got restful sleep, and that's restful sleep is what you use to heal and to recharge your batteries and to get better. And I feel like I haven't slept in days. Thumbs up. Oh, opiate dependence is so much fun. At least I'm finally off the methadone. I mean, I got the bottle put away so that there's not even temptation. We're probably coming up on a week now without it, so that's good. I can only hope I haven't done too much cardiac damage with being on opiates for that long. I'm really somewhat worried because, of course, not only have I done cardiac damage from being on methadone for like 10 years, but when my wife died, within the first year of her dying, that is when I had some teeth ripped out, but it damaged the jaw joint and all the glands under here swole up like grapes. I could barely move my jaw, and I was so sick I could not eat. Eating anything at all made me puke. Even drinking water would oftentimes make me puke. I went from 325 pounds to 160 in about a month and a half. That's terribly dangerous. Don't do that. I tried to gain some weight back. I got up to about 210 to try and get to a comfortable weight, but my anorexia freaked out fully at that, and then I voluntarily just stopped eating again. I'm at 180. I'd like to get down lesser, but with all the exercise I do, I mean, still, aside from nights like yesterday with no walkies, I still average about 6 to 7 miles at least 5 to 6 nights a week. And that's good. And yeah, I'm busted and broken when I get back from those too. That's why when I get back, all I can do is watch videos for a while, and then I crash and burn and go to bed. And hopefully sleep. Now, one of the joyous things is I should take diuretics much more often than I do. But I'm trying to limit the amount of actual drugs that large, pharmaceuticals. Everything you eat is a drug because it affects you in some fashion. But I'm trying to avoid things like actual diuretics and the like. But last night and every day I take a potassium tablet, 10 milliequivalents, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And yesterday I also had 2 bananas. Last night while sleeping, my legs kept cramping up. Not enough potassium? I ate 2 bananas and took a potassium tablet. So, I don't know. I do know from cleaning up and taking a look at my diet has never been good. But one of the things that was really bad is my diet has really slid and gone downhill fast. I need to eat good things. Otherwise, I'm going to have a heart attack and die from eating garbage. And that's bad. That's very bad. So, here's hoping I can fix that too. And on Monday, of course, I've got a call. Not going to therapy has not been good. That was one of the things that happened. I've had more social isolation. I've had more cocooning. I found it more difficult to make phone calls. I found it difficult to open mail. I finally found out why my food stamps ran out. I had not taken a look at and opened up the review paperwork that I was supposed to have gotten in by the 31st of last month, so they couldn't renew the food stamps. So on Monday, I have to call up this number where they will fill in the form for me over the phone. And then I can call up this line with the confirmation number, get the interview done over the phone, and then ba-boom, boom, I can get my food stamp started up again, and I can be able to eat. Because I haven't looked in my checking account yet to see how negative I am, but it's not going to be pretty. I was at least, at bare minimum, $100 short of being able to pay for my rent. Now, my bank, credit union actually, it's not a bank. Why did I put air quotes on credit union? My credit union will allow me to go to minus 500. So it's not the end of the world yet. It's just that minus 500, that's $500 off the top of next paycheck. And then I've got $700 to pay my rent. So if you could help me out, that would be awesome. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron or gift me something from PayPal, or if you check out the Humble Bundle thing, if you purchase something from them, I get paid. So if you like to buy software, iOS software, Android software, if you like ebooks, e-comic books, if you like development software, if you like games, if you like other things, Humble Bundle's awesome. Check them out. If you use my link down below, I actually get paid. I've been paid twice while shilling for them, so if you could, that would be awesome. Don't feel obligated. I don't feel entitled, but it is an option. And of course, if you could check out the Amazon wish list, somebody has sent me hamster food and somebody else sent me cat food. Thank you so very much. I'll survive, but buying things for my animals to keep them alive during this very hard time, thank you so very much. But if you could check it out, it would be awesome. Oy vey. There's a lot of things I want to talk about, but I never remember them until I turn off the webcam. And then once I do, I remember everything. And then I turn on the webcam and my mind is a tabula rasa, completely blank. How about that? But I have opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. It is a range of 20 to 25 because even though I count in American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my fibro, depression, brain damage from my alcoholism, I'm lucky I can remember that my name is Rutherford P. Farquhar. And since that's not my name, I know I'm in trouble. I'm 1,000% better and getting better, but still, oy vey. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that sort of thing. I'm better than most, but... And I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment, a good comment, a bad comment, and a different comment. The fact is you left me a comment. Thank you so very much. I'm going to read the comments afterward. Thumbs up each one I read. Answer as many as I can. And there are so many that I can't even read them all, but I try my very best. So thumbs up and thank you. Let me call my Chrome. Here we are. The All Things channel, greatly appreciated. And It's Muds, greatly appreciated. Chris with an apostrophe, greatly appreciated. Shagster, greatly appreciated. Lee Bonfera, NTXBXI, thank you so very, very much. And SSJ2 Joel, greatly appreciated. Rudson Rangel, greatly appreciated. Kathy Kisscat, thumbs up and thank you. Ice Damon, good to see you in the comments. Egg, how about that? And NAT, greatly appreciated. Kakashi Hataki, greatly appreciated and thumbs up. Thomas S, greatly appreciated. Pandora NYC1, thumbs up and thank you. And Max Moore, greatly appreciated. I don't know how to pronounce this. XOAILAC, thank you so very, very much. 629 Sashi, greatly appreciated. Fight me, kid. Thumbs up and thank you very much. Primitive, greatly appreciated. Pandora NYC1, did I already thank you? I don't know if I did or not, but thank you, greatly appreciated. Ben Cowan, greatly appreciated. Rachel Damadia, thumbs up and thank you. King Kiko, greatly appreciated. And last but not least, APAC, greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you. Get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, and being depressed and socially isolated as I am, and especially with the back steps I've made in my recovery, I need that. Thumbs up and thank you. If you could check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome. I would understand if you didn't wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. And of course, reason number 7, spluga. I couldn't think of anything and I just wanted to have 7 things, and so I decided to go back to the no more words thing, so it's just a goofy picture. One of the things I want to do, I want to have a series of posters that I would sell, where I would have like my picture, just a doodle, and it would be a series of like 2 or 3 posters, and the other one would be some other artist out there doing their interpretation of the picture. The only thing I would ask is, like, you know, it has to have a mountain background. You know, it's an interpretation of what you see. Mountain background, circular thing, ground, you know, sky with weirdness. Past that, use your own imagination and go nuts. I think that'd be awesome. Like 3 poster series, the original, because my originals are just terrible, and then 2 alternate versions done by better, different artists. I think that'd be freaking awesome. It'd be wonderful. Great thing to sell. Definitely a thumbs up. I would like to sell t-shirts. I got a stupid thing, but you know, I want to make a shirt that people would wear and not just wear once and then put away. So yeah, there's a series of videos that I gotta make sure that I'm still watching. I thought I was subbed to the guy, but I haven't seen any videos from him lately, so yay. Well, anyway, though, I've got this video coming up. I'm hopefully going to have some later. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. I can talk a lot, even when I'm exhausted.